All right, everybody, getting ready, get a few more people out here. Let's see what's going on. Get some people here. We'll talk a little bit more about the flooding situation in the Caribbean. I'd like to get a little bit more people on, that way we can not repeat ourselves as much. But we still have that flooding going on, so feel free to ask questions. We'll do about 10 minutes here. Hi there, Solange. How's things going there? Are you all right? Are you safe? Solange Sylvester, are you safe? Hi, Ryan Phillip. Where are you? Hi, Angie. Hopefully you're well too. But let me know what's going on there. You can send some pictures and that. Curacao, hi Curacao. Curacao, just going to see some rain showers. Nothing as bad, of course, as Trinidad right now. Bonjour, bonjour, Verley. Bonjour. My French is very bad, so I took French in school. It's not very good. My family is safe, but plenty of damage here. Yeah, I bet, Solange. Please stay safe. Thank you for telling us that, and thank you for coming on. We'll talk a little bit about what's left to go, and there's a lot of rain to go still across the area. But first and foremost, I'm glad that you all came on in. Thank you for sharing what's going on. I have seen your videos. I have seen your questions. I'll try to answer some of them now for you. You may have seen this picture already. It's a very popular picture on the internet. And this is what I suggest to people. You don't have to get to higher ground. Just get to a high place and get above that flood water in a sturdy place, and you really should do that if you haven't just yet, because I still expect heavy rain. I expect more rain, and I expect flood waters to continue across the area. Hi from St. Louis, Natasha. I'm glad to hear you're showing support for Trinidad. That's great. JJ to you as well. Ryan, oh great, you're safe too. Are you? Ryan, I didn't know. Are you in Trinidad? But I'm glad you're safe. So that's, of course, good news as well. Get to the highest ground you possibly can. Sturdy building will work fine. These people, no doubt, are probably going to camp out there overnight. Please don't play in moving water. Please don't drive in moving water, because the number one death in severe weather is flash flooding, and folks who like to drive in their cars into floodwaters they're not familiar with, they can easily be floated away. You don't need much water to take care of even big SUVs. So I beg you not to drive if you can avoid it as much as possible, and to try to seek higher ground and into a safe place. Julia, hi from Trinidad. I hope you're doing well out there. So let's get to some of the things that you want to know. We're going to talk about the possibility of rain showers. And this is the computer models that tell me an idea of what the rain is going to be and how that rain is going to be. I have 46 people here. It's imperative that we have more than 46 people. So can everybody who's watching me share this right now so that your friends and your family can see this information at the same time? It's very important that we share and keep sharing and liking these live updates. That way it's spread across Facebook and everybody will start being able to see it all at one time. So if you could share and like this, that would be very, very important. Natasha, I see maybe a few showers for St. Lucia, but you're not going to get the severe rains that we're seeing out here in Trinidad at the moment, but we'll talk about that in a second. So let me get through Trinidad, where we have it's been declared a natural disaster out there. Well, that's good. That's good, Lisa. But I did see some flooding out there in Arima earlier. So hopefully that Hopefully no more rain for you, but I'm afraid you might see that too. Okay, Ryan, you're from Trinidad. Thank you. So keep sharing this and keep liking this. This will be very good. So I do see some heavier showers still, and my concern is anything or anyone on this extreme East Coast. I think that you're going to see more rain coming, and some heavy rain, more than most people, and that's going to be very interesting for you. So this is as we head on into the nighttime as well, and we'll watch that coast there, and you can see how the heavier rain is staying right near the coast. As we get into the overnight tonight, you're looking at still some light showers for much of Trinidad, but here come some of these heavier showers tomorrow morning, and these are the heavier showers that we're concerned with. San Fernando, still going to see some heavier showers, the south and the western portions of the island, up towards Port-au-Prince, San Juan, and Laventille as well. And then you can see as we head into the afternoon, these showers will dissipate tomorrow evening, and that, of course, obviously good news for a lot of folks out there, that we will get rid of some of these showers, but nonetheless, we have to get through there. So this really quickly, I'll show you this as we go on through. This is what we're looking at as we head into the overnight here. Little break, little light stuff overnight for most of the area, but that east coast of Trinidad still going to see moderate to heavy rain showers. And as we head on in to tomorrow morning, we got some lighter rain showers for you, but we'll watch what happens when we get around 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, we're still seeing those heavier showers, southern portions of Trinidad up towards Port-au-Prince, and that would probably include San Juan, Laventille as well as we move on through. We're still seeing moderate to heavy showers up into Tobago, and you're not necessarily under the red flood alert, but you are under the adverse weather alert orange, so you really should take the precautions to stay safe, get to higher ground, avoid floodwaters as much as possible. And as we head on into tomorrow afternoon, we'll start seeing this rain let on up. Yeah, maybe going a little bit north or so, and I can, let me move this for you. I'm going to widen this map out so that people in St. Lucia also can see what's going on, because that was a question asked there about what's going on. So let me do this. All right, so we are going to see some rain showers in St. Lucia, so I'm going to show a wider scan of the southern Caribbean where we're into this rainy season, and some really unexpected rain has moved on through. I'm sorry, problem is I can't do that, what I want to do. All right, so we are definitely going to see some rain showers up into St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenadines, Grenada. You're going to see some moderate showers. I'm not expecting the same intensity that we're seeing in Trinidad, and we will see some showers across Curacao and Bonaire, and some of them could be heavy at times. Remember, you are into the rainy season. Let's look at some projected rain totals here, and these rain totals as we head into the overnight into Tuesday, but you can see basically here as we head into Monday, you can see here those darker colors, especially on the East Coast. That's our major concern, that you're going to see some heavier showers or so. And you can see this here. You can see the rain increasing, and we will see most of this area covered into blue and those purples. And as we head on into Tuesday, possibly some more heavy stuff to the East Coast. So those blues represent a moderate, the heavy shower. These are rain totals. So we're adding on to the amount of rain that we already have from tonight. This is through tomorrow evening, where basically we'll see some breaks in the rain, but you're still not out of the woods just yet out there into Trinidad. And as we head on into Tuesday, maybe a few more showers add on to that. So let's talk about this right now. Here's some of the headlines. Riverine flood alert red through October 26th. That's 5 days. That's 5 more days. You're under this flood alert. And what does that mean? The rain may end, rain may lighten up, but here's the issue. That's runoff. The higher elevations, those creeks, those streams are going to start, they already have, but they're going to continue to fill with water and go higher and higher. So low-lying areas, places near rivers and streams and creeks, are still going to see more flood water. Even if it's not raining, it's going to continue to rise. You really need to avoid those areas as much as possible. If you're just tuning in or so, please like and share this across Facebook, so that your friends, your family that are not only in Trinidad but are in other islands and other parts of the world, so that they really understand the seriousness that's going on here in Trinidad, and it's very serious. Adverse weather alert orange. Now, this would be for places like Tobago, the extreme northern parts of Trinidad, the extreme southern parts of Trinidad. The flood alert red, that's basically for about 90% of Trinidad, including Port-au-Prince, San Juan, Laventille, down to San Fernando, and parts to the east coast of Trinidad. So the orange alert is for the northern, southern extreme parts of Trinidad and for Tobago, and that's until the 23rd. So you can see where the heaviest rain and the most concern is going to be is, of course, with the bulk of 90% of the island of Trinidad, and that rising water could continue for the next couple of days. So this is not over yet. I don't expect that water to recede. Citizens are asked by the government who can work should go to work tomorrow. They want you to go to work and try to resume daily lives. This is what I've read. But they do want you to use extreme caution. Only if you can get to work, to use extreme caution if going there. And that doesn't mean to drive through floodwaters or walk through floodwaters. So if you got a clear path to work, you should do so. That's what I've read with the government saying. And also that schools affected by rain, meaning that if you're flooded out, if you got storm damage, or schools that are being used as shelters are closed tomorrow. All other schools will be open and remain open for tomorrow. That's what I'm hearing. Things could have changed in some way. You could let me know if I'm wrong, but from what I understand, schools that are affected by the floodwaters and being used as shelters will be closed. All other schools should be open for tomorrow. So this is what I'm looking for San Fernando, and this really includes Laventille, San Juan, and of course Port of Spain as well. We're looking at more rain through the morning, through the afternoon, and then starting to taper off after 3 o'clock tomorrow. And then we're going to see a big major break, and hopefully a little bit of that water will rescind itself. But however, it still looks like we're going to see some flooding situations, not only for Monday, for Tuesday, for Wednesday as well. So that is what it looks like into Trinidad, Tobago at this time. I really feel really horrible, because this is really an unfortunate thing where we're talking 80 to 100 millimeters of rain, if not more, and of course being put into into the rivers that are still rising across the area and will overflow their banks. So let me see here really quickly. Hi, Rob Masulich. Thanks for joining us. What are we looking at? I'm just going to answer some questions if I can for you across the area. Trinidad, Ryan, what about Grenada? Grenada, you're going to see some showers. They're not going to be as heavy or potent, but you too are going to see some showers too, so I'd be careful and watch for those heavy showers into those localized, it'll be localized flooding, so places that are normally prone to flooding, you should be on the watch for these. You're not seeing the heaviest of the showers up into Grenada, but it's something I would definitely be aware of. Still has flooding, no doubt, Kyle. Thank you. Robin Sewage again, hi. Alexandra, another hi from Aruba. Hi, Aruba. Marlon, what happened? Maryland, what happened? We have severe and heavy flooding out here into Trinidad, Tobago. Life-threatening situation right now, devastating the entire island of Trinidad. And this is not a tropical storm, obviously, because we're not seeing the wind, but we are definitely seeing the rain and those rivers and creeks and low-lying areas piling up with water right now. So please seek higher ground. That's what's going on, Maryland. Amanda, oh, we can't take no more of these rains. It's really bad. I know, and I feel so bad. And you're going to see some more rain as we head into overnight. Yes, please stay safe. Thank you, Joy. Yes, be careful. Watching from St. Vincent. Yeah, you're seeing rain too into St. Vincent. You're not going to see the heavier rains, but you're going to see enough of those rains. We still have floodwaters. Port-au-Prince. I'm just trying to answer your questions here. 100% love back at you from TNT. It's great. This climate change. I don't think this is climate change. This is the rainy season, and you're getting an extensive of rain. I don't necessarily call this climate change, Natasha, but you know, I'm not a climatologist, so I don't know. I don't think it is. I think this is just a natural thing that happens occasionally, and unfortunately, it's happening now. I'm glad you're safe, Sabi. I'm glad that you're safe. Sylvie's sending prayers. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Scary knowing we are going to have more showers tomorrow. Yeah, Savi, you're going to have more showers tonight and tomorrow, and some of these are going to be very, very heavy. What exactly is the cause of this? You're into the rainy season. You got showers and thunderstorms, and you know, the upper air dynamics are keeping some of these heavy showers there. This is a typical, I shouldn't say it's typical, but you are seeing this normal rain event. However, it's an abnormal amount of rain. You're going from, you average about 60 millimeters. That's a couple of inches of rain. Now you're exceeding that to about 100 millimeters. And this is really causing those creeks and rivers to overflow, and that is your problem right now. And the other problem is you have a saturated ground. Your ground cannot take any more water. It can't take any more, so it doesn't soak in and it runs off and it finds the lowest place to go. So if you're in a low-level area, if you're, you know, if you're down in a valley, you're near a creek or stream, that's where that water is going to go. And the problem is you can't walk in it, you can't swim in it, you can't play in it, you can't drive in it. You have to seek higher ground as soon as possible. Jenny, I am from Trinidad. It's really sad and scary here. We can't take no more water. Please keep us in your prayers, but unite of the citizens are very overwhelming. You know, there's no question. Trinidad Tobago, you're one of the strongest people that I know. You will definitely stick together and make through this. I don't have now the official report, but I don't. As of earlier, there were no deaths reported, so that was fantastic news that you're listening to your emergency management people, you're listening to your government, hopefully you're listening to me to seek higher ground, because that is very, very important. What of the hurricane season? Hurricane season's still going on, and this is not a hurricane, definitely not a hurricane. This is a showery activity. You've got showers and thunderstorms that are producing heavy rainfall down into the area. Flooding, but no lives lost, unfortunately. Work tomorrow as usual. Yeah, Keisha, you're absolutely right. The government wants people to go back to work tomorrow. If you can do it safely, or you're to use extreme caution, they want you, I'm sorry, Port of Spain. Please forgive me. I'm trying to talk fast here, David. Please forgive me. You're right. Port of Spain, POS, not Port-au-Prince. Some days I'm talking fast, and I know Port-au-Prince is in Haiti, so I apologize. Port of Spain, POS. Yeah, so there are no lives lost just yet. From what I heard, that could change, of course, so something for us to be wary of. So let me do this very quickly. If you haven't, and if you just joined us, please like and share this so that we can get all this information off across the area. Port of Spain, sorry. I'm trying to talk fast, get a lot of information, and I apologize, but thank you for correcting me. You can see here as we head into, the timestamp is on the top of the thing there. You can see what time we're looking at. So we're still looking overnight. Overnight, we're still looking at heavy rains right off the east coast of Tobago, but we're still looking for light to moderate showers still across the area. And even if you don't see green there, that doesn't mean we're not seeing a light shower or we're not seeing at least drizzle, and we're adding to that, believe it or not. So we go through the night, and then we're going to see some heavier showers as we head into late morning tomorrow. And there's the yellow. Remember that yellow represents heavier showers, possibly even some thunderstorms with this. And this really encompasses Port of Spain all the way down into San Fernando and all the way down to the southern shores of Trinidad. Those are heavy showers. Even the darker green represents moderate showers. It's adding on to what you already have. And we don't really see a real break until the afternoon tomorrow and into tomorrow night. And we're just running this till Monday night, but there is a possibility of more rain coming back on our Tuesday. But nonetheless, this is what we're looking like right now. So heavier showers again tomorrow morning. I'm backing this up, going backwards, and we're going to see some heavier showers out to the east coast of Trinidad and Tobago. And now let's look up at Tobago too. As you can see there, you're skirting with some heavier to moderate showers tomorrow morning as well. So you are into the orange alert, which is the adverse weather alert, and by the afternoon we're going to see some clearing, but that doesn't mean you're out of the woods, because that water has to go somewhere still. That still has to, it's not going in the ground, so we're still going to see runoff and rising waters even when it's not raining. That's what's sad about this, because people might think it's like, oh, it's time, everything's okay now. It's not. It's not. We still have that. Here's the potential rain totals, and you can see there, we got light to moderate to heavy. We got it all across the island, and of course, just a little bit of rain at this time across the whole island is going to funnel down into somewhere and something and cause rising floodwaters across the area. Let's see here. Kev, good night. We are safe thus far, just for the water to run off now. The tides and the runoff is to go hand in hand. You're right. Yeah, I mean the tides. That's not a good idea. That's not good too. You're right. They're running hand in hand. So please be aware of that. I did pick up on that earlier. I came on late, but your professional opinion, do you think it'll flood again? I don't know where you are, Chris, to tell you if it's going to flood again. But I can say if you're continuing to flood now, you're probably going to continue to see rising water in some places, especially low-lying places and places that are near creeks, rivers, and streams, water sources, because that water has to funnel into somewhere. It has to run off, and that will eventually raise water levels still, even if it's not raining. So I wouldn't guarantee that if your area is not flooding now that it won't, because that water has to go somewhere eventually. But here's the thing. We talk about flash flooding, and those are floodwaters that rise rapidly, quickly. Those are the #1 killers of people. And if you don't seek higher ground or seek sturdy shelter and get out of the way of those flash flood waters, it could be life-threatening. I mean, you guys in Trinidad, you know this. You've seen flooding before, maybe not to this extent, but floodwaters kill people. And so this is very important that you seek higher ground, seek shelter, and be extremely careful. If you have to get through floodwaters to get from side A to side B, I just don't know how smart that is, but please be careful on that. Keisha, hi. Jay Collins, haven't heard from my family as of yet. Well, Jay Collins, we got a lot of people from Trinidad here. If you want to type out a message or something, maybe someone knows your family and maybe they can get a message to your family there. How are things on my side? I don't know who you're talking to, so I don't know if you're talking to me. Okay, you're talking to Keisha. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we cool. This was the worst I've ever seen. Yeah, Kester, I'm sure it is. I've seen the pictures. Absolutely atrocious. It's disgusting. Mother Nature that can make such beautiful islands and beautiful scenery and landscapes can also do this and destroy that stuff just as quickly. It's such a shame that they have the power of both. I was actually in the highway traffic 9 hours yesterday, and with very little rain during the day compared to the day before, it was really surprising to me that the water actually kept getting bigger and bigger as the day went on. Prince, you're absolutely right. Prince, you're absolutely right. Prince Thomas, that's what I'm saying. You may not see rain, you may not feel rain coming down, but the runoff continues, and it still has to go somewhere, and that water kept rising. You're right. It's absolutely, it's amazing how that works, but the water has to go somewhere, and with low-lying areas and even cliffs and the side where vegetation is weak or has been run off, or where the ground is totally saturated, can't take any more water, it's like a lake. It's like an ocean. It's like a river. It just will move, and it will keep gathering and gathering. You're absolutely right, Prince Thomas, and please just remember that next time you're sitting in traffic and those floodwaters start coming, you don't want to be trapped in the car with floodwaters. Absolutely don't want to be trapped there at all. Spring tides in effect. Absolutely, you do have the high tides that are in effect, so please please understand that as well as you go through the nighttime. All right, guys. Kimberly, there's no question you're shocked for words. I mean, I am shocked for words too. This is absolutely, as I said, Mother Nature can make something so beautiful out there in Trinidad, Tobago, and just dump this water and create all of this damage. But as I said, the good news, I haven't heard much in the way of any loss of life at this moment, and that's great. I am currently dealing with the response. Huge job. All right, Mike, I appreciate your efforts. Keep it up there and be safe, of course. Okay, thank you, Kimberly, for joining us. So let me get through these points, and then I'm going to wrap this up. We'll update you on TV. On One Caribbean Television, we have a crawl on the bottom. We give you some new information. I'm on TV, and you can see me. I'll give you the new information when it comes out. We'll do another Facebook Live tomorrow morning, so you can tune into that as well. So the flood alert red in effect till October 26th. All right, that's 5 more days. Even if it stops raining, as our friend Prince said, it's amazing how the water keeps rising in very little rain. That's what we're going to see over the next couple of days. You're not out of the woods just yet. Adverse weather alert orange, that is basically for Tobago, the extreme northern part of Trinidad, and the extreme southern portions of Trinidad. Everything else in the middle is under the flood alert red. And that obviously is dangerous, a disaster. Citizens are asked to go to work tomorrow as you would do, but use extreme caution. If you can get to work safely, basically, you should go to work. If you cannot, then you should stay home, use extreme caution. That is the government, from what I read, is telling you guys to do that. Also, the government is saying that school affected by rain or being used as shelters will be closed tomorrow, because they're being used as shelter or they're just unsafe to be in. Other than that, if the school is not affected by rain and is not being used as shelter, then school is open tomorrow. The government wants people to try to have some sense of, I guess, of an ordinary life, I guess, but I don't know how you do that with this kind of situations, but maybe not all areas are affected by floodwaters at this time. So that is what the government's doing, but you should listen to your government officials, your emergency management officials there, and really do what they say. Much better to hear from them than necessarily me, but I'm just giving you some guidance. This is what we expect tomorrow. I still expect some heavy showers overnight. I expect some heavier showers in tomorrow morning between 9 a.m. and 10 and noon. I expect some heavier showers from Port of Spain all the way down into San Fernando and to the South Shores. I expect heavy rain overnight on the eastern part of the island still. And that is not, of course, good. So we'll see these rain showers and stuff taper off as we head into the afternoon tomorrow. You'll have a break. But remember, the break will not mean that you're safe. The waters are still expected to rise through tomorrow with or without rain, and through Tuesday, and possibly through Wednesday. That is what the flood red alert is all about. So please use extreme caution and to be safe out there as well. And of course, you can always download the weather app, and we'll try to update you on that, and you can take a look at what's going on across the Caribbean there. So all in all, I thank you for joining in. Again, please please share this so that everybody that has Facebook in the island and those around the world who are friends and family can see what's going on down here into Trinidad, Tobago. I'm glad that I could be here to talk to some of you, answer some of your questions. St. Vincent, you're going to see some rain showers, maybe not as hard, as heavy or as potent, but you're still going to see some rain showers, and so please be aware of those areas that are prone to flooding out in the St. Vincent, because anything can happen. That's Mother Nature for you. What do you want to know? Okay, I told you that. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Nella. How about South Trinidad, Pennell area? Yeah, South Trinidad, you're still going to see some showers in that, but at this moment, you are, I believe from what I remember, you are under the orange, the adverse weather alert orange. So you're not under the flood red alert, but you're under the orange. But that means you still can see flooding. It might not be as bad, but I think that you're going to see some heavier showers as we head into tomorrow morning into the southern portions of Trinidad. So please be ready if it's not flooding there. Please have a plan in place in case you see floodwaters happening to seek higher ground. Hopefully I answered that. Thank you for your updates. Kimberly, thank you for thanking me. Ruger weather, you're going to have scattered showers like you have been. You're into the rainy season, so that is that. All right, guys, I appreciate your time. Follow us on TV, One Caribbean Television, OneCaribbeanTelevision.com. I have updates here on Facebook periodically. David is in tomorrow morning, and then, of course, Joey will be here tomorrow, too. He'll have some updates for you. For the time being, please stay safe, seek higher ground, don't travel in floodwaters, not a smart move. Please be safe, and of course, everyone's prayers are with Trinidad and Tobago.